ShotQuality Live BetCast. Back to the action. ShotQuality Live BetCast. Let's get the 600 hits of death sprinkled.
Oh no! I give it 2 big goons.
From the basement, from the garage, from an idea. Now, hopefully going to break 1,000 viewers again today. Now,
we'll be out in Vegas.
Gang hits Vegas.
that crunch. When you hear that crunch, it means we're hitting it twice for a better price. Hey, right. We'll be hanging around playing in Hollywood.
Vegas is going to be awesome, though. We're going to have live shows.
You guys should all come.
If you can trust your data quickly and be correct, you're going to win in this market. And that's what ShotQuality gives you.
I believe we sleep in May, Justin.
It is Wednesday, February 25th, and you are tuned into the only show that uses ShotQuality Live data to bet on every single game as it happens. That's right. Welcome into ShotQuality Live BetCast. I'm your host, Justin Perri, joined today by Mr. Max Hofmeyer, and we got another good one for you. I mean, Max, I think I'm going to toot my horn at the start. It was another winning episode. I've extended my 5-episode streak to 36 and 11, which is I think the best anyone's ever done over 2.5 weeks here on BetCast, and I would know because it's my show. But anyway, hyped up. Love to see the results come in. It's not really important to what we do. We know the results will come. We trust it. We trust the data, and we trust it in the minute. So, Max, without further ado, let's do what we do best. Let's scroll and roll, make the people at home playing the ShotQuality Live drinking game take their first shot. But we got some interesting ones. St. John's expected to be closer by a little bit there. We got a couple other spots for totals, maybe. Queens of Charlotte, Eastern Kentucky looks to be a little zooming. I think I might get started with this George Mason St. Joseph's game, a 19.
Sorry, beach to it. I know you said Queens of Charlotte, but I'm actually going to go back to the other actual just Charlotte, North Texas, under 148.5 for the first play.
Okay.
All business today. No, how are you?
Yeah,
I know.
No. I don't even want to know how you're doing, Max. I don't really care today, to tell you the truth.
I know.
I obviously will talk about that. But give me a big one. I'm going to start a little spooky. George Mason plus the 16.5 for my first play today. Woo, man. So next week will be March, Max. That's pretty crazy. And we're really excited to be here for our third season, I think 23rd episode. It's in the title. I should know. And shout out, of course, to our presenting sponsors at Novig. You can get some of the best lines there. We'll give them a couple shout outs when we see good prices. Of course, shop. We love that about our partners here on ShotQuality Live BetCast. They encourage finding the best prices because they think they offer them. So we'll see how that goes. We keep it pretty in the spirit of getting the best plays, getting you those wins, trying to stay on the streak. Of course, you can follow along with everything we do on the show easily with our BetCast play tracker. It's just a Google document. We're not exactly reinventing the wheel here, but it updates faster than what you're going to get the latency on. Max puts it in the chat every time. Come over to the YouTube to get that link and follow along. I think you can get it on the site as well if you go to the blog. But you can see the records there. I was like treading water before all this started, and now 96 and 71, doing really well. Musa, 35-29. He might pop in, and Max, I mean, a little bit behind there, third on the totem pole, but it's okay. It happens to the best of us. He's been trending up.
I'm playing volume. I'm just picking the wrong one.
Picking the losers. It happens. It happens. Let's keep looking around. I mean, a little fun here in the Big East. Xavier versus Providence. This is expected to be a tie game, and it's a 12-point differential. Essentially, I'm going to jump in. I know that Big East, these games ebb and flow pretty hard. I'll take Xavier plus the 14.5. Unless, Max, you tell me that your favorite team here, the Musketeers, don't deserve my money.
No, I like this one as well. I'm taking it.
All right, let's do it. 14.5 minus the 106.
Now, I mean, Providence banged up too. These teams are bad defenses, but so Xavier can easily get back in that one. That's a big number to cover with a bad defense.
I'm a little scared of Evansville. I played them tonight, Max. I'm a little scared.
Is that a team you can't quit? I feel like you're always on Evansville.
They're right there. They're right in my sweet spot. I've kind of, late in the season, I pair it back on teams that I'm a little overzealous on, and I stop playing the ones that like are consistently off. It's just like some teams are just going to defy their shot quality in either direction. Some teams are just going to take great shots and be terrible at it all year. Some teams are going to somehow hit terrible shots all season. It's going to happen. And I can tell you who they are. And there's reasons for that. We have like small 1-2% things you could find if you really want to dig. If you really want to get into that, we could talk about it. But
Belmont's your team too, aren't they? Or no, it's Murray. Sorry.
Yeah, Murray's out of it. They're dead. They lost like 3 in a row. Belmont is the clear number 1 team in this conference. They have absolutely dominated, and they're probably.
Let's take a look at the Mastodons and Wright State. It's down. It's down.
Down?
Yeah. Bottom right. Taking the over, 137.5 here. IPFW, 10 points under expected, and right for themselves. Probably IPFW team total would be a play too, but I went ahead and just took the over, 137.5.
Oh man, I'm gonna crack the spooky whip here, and so I think it comes in a little loud, so cover your ears, but I'm sorry. 28.5. I don't think we've hit the last couple of spookies. So if you're scared of the spookies, which I think is pretty reasonable, we are playing Evansville plus 28.5 right now, down 17. Expected to be right in this thing. Belmont shooting the lights out. And look, we don't see a lot of 1.84s persist, Max.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That's a lot, right? That's the equivalent of going into the paint and shooting 90%.
They do take great shots, but it is all threes. That makes me feel like I get more nervous when it's just layup lines. But
and so how did Max know that? He clicked in, he rolled through, he checked out who's hot, who's not, the type of shots being taken. All this is very available for every single game. If you've never used ShotQuality Live, you can check it out every night for free with my pick of the day. My number 1 pick is every day, supported by ShotQuality, is the pick of the day. And we unlock this software for it for everyone who just has a free account on the site. I think today it's Georgia Southern, and I think they'll tip off soon. So, but anyway, some good stuff here. A lot of good shots, but yeah, 9 threes. Probably not missing too many, huh?
Yeah, and that's like I said, it's a little easier to cool down.
A combination of just 2 bad shots in this entire game.
Yeah, I'm surprised Evansville is getting some good ones too. I feel like they're
playing fine.
Mid-range,
they're playing exactly as you. They're a little cold, but that's not much, right? That's just the difference of 1 point. That's just it just colors it whichever direction when it's on the score. But there you go. You just saw it fall to 1.73. That means they missed a shot, right? The shot quality score went up. The actual score did not. That's what we want to see. It's a 14-point game. Hopefully these things work out in our favor. All right, a couple games at halftime here. A lot of people like to bet at the half, Max. Of course, a little bit easier to get your play down.
Yeah, let's take a look at Texas and Florida. There's no play really, but I'm sure people want to know that's kind of a bigger game.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big game. We got some fun SEC action. Right on the money. I mean, I think, honestly, a lot of times the bigger games, the bigger teams, bigger conferences end up being more correct. And that can be great for live betting because that means when you get a game, maybe, I don't know, say St. John's UConn, you take St. John's in the second half. How do you feel about that?
Ooh.
This is the game of the night. This is the werewolf versus the vampire.
Where is this one played at, by the way?
MSG North.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm joking. Obviously, it's stores.
Well, no, not obviously, because
why?
Because John's I don't like that John's does theirs at MSG because didn't UConn? It's like 50-50, you know what I mean?
No, it was a St. John's environment this year.
Okay.
Like big time. I'm pretty sure Hurley was quoted saying it's like it was like a very, very hostile environment. Meanwhile, you're distracting me talking about. I almost wore the St. John's jacket onto the show today, but they're getting their butts kicked a little bit. I'm trying to pull up a live line here to take St. John's. We're gonna take St. John's. We're gonna trust the data. We're gonna take 13.5 minus 105 is what I have. I have to pay a lot for 14.5. Get the best line you can, obviously. Let's go. This is a good spot, I think, Max. I was talking to a couple people this morning saying it out loud for sure to anyone who would listen.
It's not a huge differential. They're still expected to be down 7. I don't love that.
Well, I think it's still fine. I think it's still fine. I think it's correlated with how these teams play. UConn comes out, they're gonna blitz you, they're gonna throw action at you that you probably aren't prepared for. And St. John's is also the type of team that's going to play really well in the final 8 minutes. That's just the type of team that they are. They're built to last, essentially, usually a top conditioning team. We'll see how it works. But I wanted my Johns at the half. I had a play on the first half for UConn, so we'll keep going. IUPUI, not really faring too well against Oakland. A close one here between Holy Cross and BU. That's a decent rivalry. Lehigh Americans expected to sort of be flip-flopped. I guess if you really wanted an American in a money line type of play, you could take that. But not much else on the board. I'm going to actually zoom back out here, Max. Let's see if we can see a little bit more at once. That might be too much. There you go.
This is last week of the season, regular season for a lot of these teams, and motivations are scattered. So make sure you're paying attention to who's playing for what.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Take your foot off the gas at this time isn't a bad call. What do we think of Navy? Are they going to keep crushing Loyola Maryland? I mean, this has been one of those teams.
That was one of the games I was looking at today was Loyola Maryland. Like, what's Navy? What's their motivations here? They're
dominating.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Expect to be down 2. I don't mind getting in on this. Let's see what this is. Is this spooky? 17.5?
I do think so, and I'm counting. I'll tell you what.
You can think. 17.5.
I understand. I'm never going to say it's a bad call. It's probably a little inflated. It should probably be a little smaller. But Navy's just been one of these teams all season long, just absolutely clowning everyone in the conference. I think it's because they're just one of the tallest teams in the nation. And like they play in one of these shorter conferences in the nation. So Ken has the best data on this stuff. Am I signed in? I am signed in. So Navy.
No, they're not. Okay.
Navy's pretty tall.
You're capping, fool. And my first instinct was that as well. They're extremely
maybe not. Maybe they're not tall.
You got it backwards. They're the smallest team in the nation.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, but heart over height. Funny. This team's got heart.
That's really bad. That means that. Interesting. I mean, I was looking at that data last week.
Okay, maybe this is in your brain. It doesn't matter that they're small because it's such a small company.
No. I'm pretty sure I was just looking to see if there were correlations on it last week, and I just definitely had it inverted. And I don't think it really mattered to see because there wasn't a lot of correlation either direction. Obviously,
their backup center is Donovan Draper, aka Don Draper. Sorry, caught my attention.
For Navy. Oh,
yeah.
Right. That's funny. Anyway, let's try to find some more plays that are supported by data instead of my funny little errors. Lipscomb, West Georgia looks like a pretty decent spot. West Georgia Wolves up 8 higher.
I was expecting when you said Lipscomb, West Georgia, I was expecting it to look the other way.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Lipscomb's the type of team that can probably get back into this game. And I definitely won't mind taking a plus 6.5 with that team, given what we expect it to be. All right. Woo. Little.
taking it with you just to, I hit the button just to let the people know, because right now you want to know either which plays Justin will carry me offensively or which plays I'm going to bring him down. Kidding.
Yeah. I agree. Of course, run of a lifetime. I don't think I've gone 36 and 11. Yeah, I think it's like 36 and 11. It literally feels weird to say. But that's how hot it's been the last couple weeks. I don't know if we're just choosing a beautiful sample of playing on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays 7:45, Saturdays 2:45. And that's what we'll be back next week. And then I think we're going to add in either Tuesdays or Thursdays as we get into March. So we'll do 3 days a week. And then maybe even like every day during the first weekend, which is what our tradition is. So that'll be fun. And like twice. We're just what else are we gonna be doing?
I like this comment. You said IUPUI.
Oh, is that another drinking game one? Sorry. All right, yeah. So 5 plays on the board for me, all taking the points. And I think that's been a big thing for me all season long, Max. I mean, I know sometimes you see what I'm playing every now and then. Always dogs. I only have one favorite again tonight on a card of about 10 bets. And it's been like that all season. I would guess it's higher than 80% underdogs spreads, like exclusively. And when it is a favorite, it's very often only a bucket or two. So my only favorite tonight is Bellarmine. That's it.
Who they got? Who they favored against? They got to be at home if they're favored.
They've been money all year. Yeah, North Alabama.
Yeah.
They've been good all year.
Their offense, they take great shots, but my God, do they not play defense?
But they cover. So who cares? They've just been covering. They've been a machine. Speaking of machine, Providence looks great tonight. Great. And that's not what I want to see. But Evansville seems to be keeping decent pace. That's all we really need is for them to all be happy to settle at a 15-point game. That'd be great. Max took Loyola. I'm into
Maryland,
it. I'm excited to see
the
how
better
that goes.
Loyola, not Loyola Chicago. The better Loyola.
Is that the better Loyola now? How far they've fallen without Sister Jean.
God, Loyola Marymount sucks too. So I mean, just all the
Loyola 3 Loyolas. Yeah, it's a rough Loyola year for sure.
Yeah.
Saint Loyola Ignatius, is that correct? I don't know my trivia on that stuff, but anyway, Northern Iowa, Illinois State, another fun battle in what's going to be, of course, one of the best conference tournaments starting in about a week. Is that correct? A week from now, We're in conference tournaments?
Yeah, wow. I got my it's literally Monday. It's next Monday. The Horizon starts.
Oh, yeah. The second. I forgot. I was doing math the wrong way.
Dude, and with it being February, the best part is it's like, oh, it's February 28th Saturday. It's like, boom. Quarterback sneak march in the next day. I'm going to wake up Sunday morning.
What about Cleveland State? Did anyone take that yet? Did you take that?
No, I did not. I glossed over this one, but
man, we got big spreads tonight. I'm a little scared. This could end the 5-game run in its tracks with a plus 23.5 on Cleveland State, but we're not going to back down. That's not how we built this thing. So let's go. I love it.
You want some advanced metrics here?
No, I hate data.
No, I'm calculating your average spread right now. You're laying 17.1 points today on average.
I like
or not laying. You're taking.
Getting.
Yeah.
What about a Duquesne Davidson pick up in the pace? That's a little short. And I'm not going to mix in totals. I haven't been a totals better all year.
Maybe that's been the secret. Maybe I need to avoid the totals a little. I do.
I always have just personally, like my personal philosophy is that it is easier in the sport of college basketball to determine the relationship between two teams than the pace at which their styles are going to actually lend to, and how the dynamic between that power relationship leads to the spread, right? So like sometimes when a game is expected to be close, the spread is in a certain position and it leads to a certain game state. But if you like factor in the fact that, you know, certain teams might actually be better or worse than what Vegas thinks or Ken Palm thinks, you know, you might get a different total. I think that just leads to a lot more variability in results, which just makes it harder to beat the rake on just a very basic level. So I think it's just easier to actually figure out who's better and sort of limit your analysis to that. So that's just spreads and money lines. So I think those are the two most profitable methods in college basketball. But hey, everyone's obviously allowed to disagree.
Duquesne and Davidson under. No, we actually expect that one to be an over. We didn't play it, but that they are underperforming. You just passed it. If you want to show it again, there's 13 minutes left. That's still enough to play it.
I mean, again, here's the thing. That's why I'm kind of out on it. You could also use this data to think, well, maybe this is saying that they're all missing tonight. And this is just a pulse on their shooting. And hey, both teams are cold tonight. Both teams are cold tonight. That's what we're saying. I am not sure 100% if that's as directly related to they're going to warm up in college as much as it might mean they'll warm up in like a different game or they'll get undervalued in a future game because they're cold now. Like that's, I think, a little bit more actionable than they're going to heat up in the next 13 minutes. So, and I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't tested it. I don't bet them as much. So, but I don't know. Check out that line. See what happens. Where's that one at, Max? Let's take a little peek at it and we'll talk about it next week.
We'll take a mental note.
Yeah, I actually
next week we can talk about it on Saturday. 122.5.
Yeah, so take a little mental note. Put it on the score sheet. Like mental note it. We can,
I'll put it on Musa.
Inside NBA, they put it on the wall. Should I get a sticky note and put it on the painting? That'd be kind of funny.
I'm putting it under Musa's.
Perfect.
And then I put in parentheses mental note.
Mental note. Well, yeah, perfect. All right, deep breath. A lot going on. A lot of games. It's a big night. We're getting close. A lot of teams, you know.
Lipscomb's cut it to 7, by the way.
Who has?
Lipscomb has cut it to 7. They're
nice. I'm sure that line's probably like 3.5, 4.5 now.
Yeah, because I think when we took it, they were never mind.
Down like 11, maybe.
Yeah, it was double digits. Loyal Maryland might have been a donation.
I could donate a lot tonight, Max, and I will sleep like a baby still with how I'm going. I know that regression is coming. I know around the wall somewhere is a big old punch in the face, but we got.
I'm declaring March my month. March is for Max. That's what it's gonna be.
Look, I think I'm at my best pre-March return ever. Combined, the show and all my bets, I think it's like 75 units.
But if
now.
you're gonna win every month and lose one, I don't know. When the lights are broken,
no, I don't want to hear.
I would rather take it. I'd rather a bunch of people discover me in March and be
like, for sure. But I don't care. I don't care about that anymore.
I know, but
I'm like, again, I think that's all correlated to how you do it. But yeah, we got a lot of fun little bets here. I'm on Lafayette tonight, and you could argue that they deserve more money.
That was on like the monitor list, but yeah, that's playing itself kind of.
14-point differential, 15-point differential for Lafayette and Colgate's short 3 or hot 3. So I'm gonna do it. This is another
a 3 here. I got 46-42. I mean, still playable. Okay. 48. I'm getting in. Plus 7.5 is the official number for Lafayette.
Yep, me too. Minus 112. Let's go. I like it. It's unfortunately some books it's expensive to live bet. You know, I would always make sure that you're getting good odds. I think that's a good time to, just talk about why shopping's important. You know, if you're getting like 40 cent, if it means that like, you know, you have like a 128 and a 113 as your options, it's very different than having a 112 and a 112 or a 114 and a 114. Like that's a pretty sizable change in how many bets you need to win in order to profit against your losses, because it's just the math is so brutal. Every
when you're betting 1,000 games in a season.
Right. I mean, and that's the difference. So that means if you go, so I think it's a lot easier to talk about it at like 100 games, right? Let's say if you go 50-50, you pay 120, you're going to end up paying an extra 10 units at minus 120, and you're only going to pay an extra 5 units at minus 110, right? So that's the difference. Every 50 losses, it's an extra like 5 units for every 10 cents. So you got to really make sure you're fighting for those cents. You got to really make sure you're fighting for those pennies, because it's just going to help. It's going to help. Every little bit helps, especially if you want to do this for a long time and have fun with it. But yeah, so got a lot of fun stuff coming up for March. We'll be streaming a lot, doing this a lot. Of course, our shows are a little bit more action-packed in those first 30 minutes. I'm going to give it the old reload, Max. Maybe we can get some of those 8 p.m. games.
I forgot about the 8 p.m. slate. I'm sorry.
We got some good ones. We got Georgia Southern out to a quick lead, 16-12. That's hot. Expected to be 9-9. We got East Carolina, UTSA right on the money. Drake's out to a quick lead. Indiana State's out to a quick lead. And I bet on both those teams, so that's nice. Hopefully they can keep it up. But I don't really see anything I want to jump in on except potentially this under. You can kind of scale by percent, of course, early.
You said Georgia Southern was play of the day, right?
Oh, yeah. Georgia Southern play of the day. Of course, you can get that so easily right here. ShotQuality Wire. See what comes through on the wire every day. We have previews of every NBA game. These are totally free. You can just click in to read more, see what's going on. Just a couple paragraphs really quick. Love these for just like, when I have like 5 minutes downtime to see any stats that I like to watch. Again, short rest Knicks. Bucks haven't exactly been great. Harden's transformed them. Mobley's out tonight. Of course, these are written earlier in the day, so make sure you're always checking updates in the NBA. And then, of course, you scroll down, you get the picks of the day, usually a little take on the mascots. So Huskies, I don't know why the Bradley has a gargoyle mascot, but they do. And the Eagles today for Georgia Southern. Click in there. Easy to see. And then, of course, you can also access the live right here by just clicking on this, and it'll bring you right to how this game's going so far, as long as you have a free account on the site. So pretty easy to get involved. Even if you only get one game a day, it's a good way to get your feet into the water and see if this is a way for you to get betting or just analyzing the game. It's some people just literally like it because they want to watch their favorite teams. And we have every single team and every single NBA team. So, all right, let's see what else we got going. Decent amount of plays. 7 for me. What do you got, Max? 6. All right, so we're going. We got a couple bets that we're holding hands, hoping work well together. Not much else is developing. Lafayette, there we go, baby. Almost a tie game. St. John's kind of struggling. Anything jumping out at you?
No, not really. But I am kind of looking at those big spreads that you took. I think I may have made a good pass. It looked like Cleveland State was still getting crushed.
Great.
Evansville, you never know. There's still a whole second half.
I mean, it's early.
Yeah. What about George Mason? You took that one kind of early. Did they get back into it?
I don't think so. They're down 22.
God, that game. George Mason has lost like 3 in a row, and this game was a pick'em, and kind of needed it. Yeah, they lost 3 in a row.
We'll see. I think I'm glad I didn't take Loyola Maryland, man.
But I will say, George Mason, they're 20-6, and we expected them to be like more like a 15-11 team. So you could argue this losing streak was coming.
They were really hot. I feel like I was trying to bet against them there for a minute, and it wasn't working. And then I've kind of just written them off as a team that I don't really want to touch. And of course, they come back down, and sometimes that happens. But and usually it's a lot more predictive for like March. So maybe I should have been a little bit more aware. But always trying to keep an eye on the movement. for the shot quality teams for sure. All right. Yeah, I'm not really jumping on anything for the 8 p.m.s. Not early, at least. Nothing developing the way you would want to see it. Maybe Pittsburgh versus Stanford. That might be a nice spot to get in. Expected to be other way 3.6 right there.
Yeah, I like this one.
I think I'll play
-3.5. And I jumped to -2.5, but yeah, I'm locked in at 3.5.
I've got a nice 50-minute reality check. Like, that's a long time.
The best is it doesn't even matter how much you wager, because I've just had it open for like 30 minutes and be like,
I'm using like 3 different
reality
spots.
check. You wagered $0 in 1 hour.
Hey, thanks.
Are you calling me? Call me a bitch, Vandal?
You say I'm babysitting right now?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Stanford -3.5, -114, a favorite. Let's go. I love that. I love that. Hey, we just want to let you know you're staring there, not doing anything.
Yeah.
Get in the action.
Like verbal meme, like the guy with the stick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. They shouldn't be allowed to remind you when you haven't bet. You can just why can't you just sit in the app? Why can't I just sit there in peace? If I bet no money, if I've sat there, if I'm just literally, because honestly it happens, like especially like on a Friday night, I'll leave a sports book open, and it'll just after an hour I'll be I'm just scrolling lines. I'm just trying to see like what's available, and like sometimes I'll have to batch in plays in like December, and I won't wait until my whole card's done. But yeah, it's just funny.
There still is not a score checking app that I like, to the point where I will just open FanDuel sometimes and I usually just sit on Chrome on my phone and have the shot quality scores up. That's usually my go-to.
I use our page. I really do. I think it's just one of the easiest ones to use. I like our search a lot because it goes as you go. So like if you type Boston, you don't have to hit enter. So if you're looking for games, you just want it comes up, right?
I don't think I've ever used this because I'm on my computer. I think I always just Control F.
No, the search is so good.
I might start using this.
And like our site search is decent. I think the second time you use it, you have to reload. But that's you can still, like when you're bopping around trying to find stuff, like this is pretty good. If you want to like go into team pages or like player pages, you wanted to just go see how good Jalen Brunson is, like you can just like pop right in there. He's been a little cold. You want to bet on Jalen Brunson coming up? He's been about 7 points cold, especially from 3, expected to shoot. Oh no, he was hot on the Philadelphia game, but this is a few games ago. Here it is. Yeah, it's been a little cold from 3. Houston, Chicago, and then wasn't shooting too well from 2-point range against Cleveland. But yeah, I'm gonna see.
Pull up the Nebraska Maryland score. This one's a doozy.
I'm seeing the Knicks versus Wemby on Sunday.
Ooh, that'll be fun. How is this game tied? First of all, and how is it expected to only be?
Well, they have the same amount of points, Max.
That's crazy. It's like I think there were like 18-point favorites or whatever in this one, which I looked at Maryland. I'm like, this is too much. I know Maryland sucks, but this is way too much. And did I take it? No.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, they could run them off the court in 5 minutes here, though. That's the thing. So I don't hate a live line.
But I'll tell you what, if Nebraska, if they don't win,
3 guys have 36 points.
Yeah, I mean, they just don't have anyone. If Nebraska doesn't win a tournament game this year, oh my gosh!
Don't put people are gonna come after you for even saying that.
I don't.
They're gonna husk your core.
I feel like this team gets some hate. Honestly, some overrated.
Yeah,
I would be better if like the 8-9 Tamanaga team won. I feel like that team got more love than this team.
That was a fun team.
Yeah, they got killed by Texas A&M. It was devastating.
Well, yeah, but all right, I digress. Georgia Southern doing what we need him to do. Come on, 1.4, 1.3. I mean, do we get in on the under? I don't think so.
No.
These guys are just not going to play much defense. Yeah, I don't really see much else, Max. How do you feel? Tulane's not really enough. 6-4. It's right there. What do you think? Let's check out the shot selection. If Tulane has good shots, I'll take it.
I think this Tulsa team needs to get some more respect. Does anybody talk about the fact that Tulsa's like? I know South Florida gets some love in the American. I don't know if anyone talks about Tulsa, who is
tough.
22-6 this year. Not bad. No, I hate Tulane.
All right, I'll let you talk me out of it. It's the last 5 minutes of the show. You hate.
They run a zone and Tulsa doesn't turn over and they can knock down threes, so it's a terrible matchup.
St. John's getting absolutely gobsmacked. Embarrassing. Good. They need to wake up. So does Lipscomb. All right, we'll see how these go. Loyola, Maryland, back to 20, Max.
Ooh.
Come on. Spookiest of the spooky.
They can win the last 10 minutes by 3.
They could.
Just one shot, guys. It's just one shot.
There we go. There you go. Evansville hanging in there. Xavier, 47 points and a half. So brutal.
It's plus 12.5 on the live. So they think, Xavier just win this second half. We got what? Plus 14.5? Yeah.
Yeah, we're right there. It'll be all right.
Tito's trying to build something. Don't give up. Let's try and get back in that game.
I know. And those are what do they call them? When you win but you don't. Moral victories. Moral victories. Yeah. We're going for some moral victories here. You know what moral victories mean? You cover the live number. So we love moral victories around this spot. But hey, yeah. Thanks for watching Shot Quality BetCast. We're gonna get out of here in like 2 minutes. Not much left on the board.
Our Musa mental note, Duquesne over the live is 117.5, and it was hypothetically 122.5 when we. Well, it was actually that when we.
I'm not surprised. Maybe we're gonna find another. Maybe Shot Quality.
Musa's gonna show up on Saturday and be like, "How am I 0-1? What happened?"
We should tell him he's 1-2. That'll really get him going. He went 1-2 like 3 shows in a row and was complaining in the group chat about going 1-2.
2-1 though last show. That way,
yeah. So what that makes him what? So that's 5-7 in 4 shows.
35 and 29 overall. So
okay. I mean, look, you're only as good as your last bet, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, come on. We got a couple more seconds here. We'll talk about how's your North Texas Charlotte undergoing?
Oh my gosh, I forgot I took that. It was the first game. I haven't even looked at that score. 157.5 is the live, so not great.
Oof.
Maybe I'll do no totals March.
Let's go Lafayette. A lead. Come on. That's what we like to see. I got to at least get some. There's no way. Like the only thing, like when you're running this hot, is you tell yourself is just don't get reverse sweeps. Just don't go back. Don't go like over. That's the only thing you need to avoid. Get 1 through the hoop, maybe 2-3, maybe 4 of 7 type deal. It'll be great. Would love just profitable. That's all you got to ask for every day. You can't ask for 7-1. You just got to ask for a steady 55%, 54%. We run home with 54%, and that's just the truth. Because that wins, compounds, more units, more wins, more compounding. You remember those fun little equations from high school, Max?
Yeah.
I was not one of the kids who said, am I going to use this when I grow up? I knew I was going to use this. I just knew it. I was like, I like this stuff.
I still don't use it. I just bet on vibes. That's what I do.
I every time I try that, and I'm not bad at it, but every time I try that, I do worse than if I wouldn't. And then I kick myself. And I'm like, you idiot. You should have just listened to what Shot Quality is saying. And eventually you learn to just listen to what Shot Quality is saying. and it prints. Sometimes you got to learn to speak the language, like the Rosetta Stone. You know, it's translating stuff. So you got to find the edges in there. It's fun. It's fun. We have a good time. We enjoy our time on the show, right, Max? It's a fun experience, I think.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's many other betting shows doing it like this, to tell you the truth. We'll be doing it 3 times a week. 3 times a week. So Saturday, Wednesday night, always. And then a little extra sprinkled in. We got conference tournaments on Monday. Man, it's good to be back. March around the corner on ShotQuality Live BetCast presented by Novig. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.